Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm gonna show you one of the replays that I did, one of the races that I did around Suzuka in Daily Race C this week with GR2 cars. So we will start from P2 on the grid, and just ahead of us there is Spurs. So the best strategy for this, there was two strategies. One of the strategies was to not pit, so that you just kind of go and you're conservative with your tires and you won't pit. Or the other one, which I did in this race, is to be fully attacked, and then on the 5th lap you're gonna pit and change tires. Fuel wasn't an issue. So as the race is just under the way, we are going to be starting from P2. This is the dirtier race, which means that the closer you are to the guy ahead of you, the more understeer you will get. So we arrive at turn 1. I actually brake early because of the cold tires and of the understeer. And we actually got fairly close to Burrs, which is fairly surprising because I didn't do a lot of practice laps beforehand. I make a bit of a mistake by going too much to the grass, which costed me a bit of time there. Now coming to this very fast right-hander, you want to brake just after 100 meter, just after 50 meter board, a little bit of braking, and then be very early on the power. Now hairpin, this is one of my trickiest corners actually. I tend to brake just where the curb ends, hard braking in the straight line. Now actually I did this race for the GTR, but after I realized that the Lexus was a much better choice for me. So now coming on to Spoon. This is one of my most difficult parts of the Suzuka track, absolutely. As you can see, I missed the apex by a bit. Now the trick in this corner is that you actually want to overslow the car, I think, and then you want to get as early in the power as you can, so that you can get the power and you can do a straight line as you can, so that you can carry the fastest speed in the straight line. We go a little bit deep here actually. The thing around Suzuka is that once you go wide in one of the corners, usually you will be on a bad line to the next corner on the Sasses. Okay, now I get a very good run. It seems that I'm getting closer to Burst apparently. He tries to break the slipstream that he goes around the outside. Again here, prioritize the exit to get a good run onto this straight ahead. As you can see on the bottom left hand corner, our tires start to go off. They start to be a little bit red. I mean, at this point actually I seem to be very happy because I'm breaking away from the guy behind me, which is a very good sign because he will not have the slipstream. Now get close to him, absolutely in the chicane. I was really happy at this point actually. He does a little bit of a wheel spin, which will kill his rear tires. He actually goes a little bit too deep, and that this one I'm actually seem to be really confident about the pace, and I wasn't even pushing actually that much. I was taking it a bit differently. It seemed at this point in the race I actually thought that he might not be taking seriously with his tires, because he seemed to be that he's really bad on the tires wear management. So the key element which you have to understand if you're in the slipstream with a very high downforce car is that the closer you are to the guy ahead of you, the more understeer you will get because of the dirty air. I get really close to him actually at this point. I saw his driving style that he was actually braking a bit earlier into the chicane, and then he got a much better run out of it. Which is a much different way than how I took it in this race. I think that here I just make one of the most critical mistakes on the lap, I think, which almost costed me the win. Yeah, absolutely. As you can see, I just put a little bit of my right wheel on the grass and I almost spin. This could cost me a lot of positions. I almost binned it, but luckily I got to catch it. I was really comfortable at this point. I was really confident about my pace actually, and I didn't really overpush the car. Coming onto the hairpin, just braking just where on the right hand side the curb ends, overslowing your car on the apex and getting as good run out of the corner as you possibly can. Now, one of the disadvantages that you actually get if you make a mistake is not that you might actually lose a lot of positions, even if you don't. As you can see, the guy behind me got a chance because now he's in the slipstream and he's on the hunt. Oops, sorry. And Mr. Smoke just behind us is on the hunt. Here we're just going to skip the burst to see how Burst drives the car, and because here he will make one of the biggest mistakes actually just on this lap, which costed him a lot of time. I mean a lot. So this is Burst's point. As you can see, his tires are much worse than mine, but here he just makes a tiny bit of mistake that he brakes too late. He goes deep into the sand. He get to catch it, but now I'm on the hunt. And I switch back to my perspective of view, and as you can see, I'm coming to the hairpin. I think about going for the move, try to go around the outside, but no I can't. Because my tires are much better, I can get early on the power. He does a bit of a boost on the exit, and we are side by side coming to this part of the corner. And I just absolutely can get ahead. Absolutely fine, fantastic move in my opinion, I think. Wasn't any dirty like that. Now here, he made the biggest of the biggest mistakes in the race. He made the biggest mistake just behind me, Burst, where I'm gonna just just behind his perspective. Where in this lap he and I will go to the pit stop. S- So what he actually do? So he brakes really good. Okay, he gets his corner actually really right. He gets it absolutely right. Now he want to go to the pit stop. He touches a bit of sand and he actually touches the pit wall there and he spins around. Tries to go back to reverse to the pit stop and he gets respawned absolutely. Now it was absolutely a poor burst, but happy me. So now I'm going to be coming back to my view of changing the tires. So poor burst, but happy me. Absolutely changing tires, coming to the pit stop. Here the crew is just waiting as we are changing the tires. And we're coming out the pits and the guy just actually got ahead of us. I felt like he will pit on lap 6, this lap. But at the end it turned out that he actually didn't even pit it. So as you can see, it is a viable strategy too. But you will absolutely struggle at the end of the race. I thought about going for the outside, but actually I thought like no, because it might be a little bit dangerous. Staying absolutely close to him. I thought about just going for the move around here, but it's basically suicide to go into the move here. But luckily I got back out. Here I oversaw the car to get a good run out of the corner. We are really close, absolutely, like less than maybe half a tenth. I'm trying to go around the outside, but still not quite. A bit of touch there. I won't make a bit of an apologies for that, because I was much faster. I think that he should have maybe let me go. And we both didn't lose times right there, because I will be able to drag him the slipstream. I tried to go for the move into here, but he seemed to be that he brakes much later than me into this part of the course, into the spoon. Now he gets it absolutely right. Now I was like, okay, this is the time for the move at the chicane. I have to go for the move. And now we're coming to 130R. We're going side by side with this Portuguese guy. Absolutely, and the guy just backs out, luckily. And we absolutely got ahead. Into the braking point. Hard brake in the straight line, then throw brake into the corner. Use as much curb as you can. And actually what you want to be doing is you want to be like slow in and fast out, not how as I did on this lap, because it was the worst lane actually. So now when you're coming into this turn 1, absolutely, you want to turn in, you want to brake just around where the curb starts a bit before in the race. Throw brake for the corner, careful to not lose the rear, with certain cars it is easy. And now from this point to the actual end of the race, it was really comfortable with the pace. I was taking it very slowly actually. I didn't want it to over push and I didn't want it to win it, because that should be a terrible experience. Now the trick on the chicane is actually use as much curb as you can, so that you can curb is just key on the chicane here, absolutely. Now here we just do a fastest lap actually. Wasn't the good lap neither, but okay. Coming to through the fast S is absolutely fun part. Love this section of the track. and we're still up on our time, absolutely. We just keep going faster and faster. Okay, actually this was my first ever race which I did, and I basically did 2 laps before this, so that's the reason why I'm not the fastest. But I still managed to get very decent results here. If you want to know what brake balance I used -1 brake balance in the race. For qualifying, I used +1. Both with the Nissan and the Lexus, but with the Lexus you can actually go back to the brake bias because it is a lot more understeering. After 130 are still flat even when our tires are almost gone completely. So curb usage is key. You have to drive around a lot here to get the exact understanding of where the track limit is on the chicane. And they still do at PB, even at lap 8 with used tires. We just keep going faster and faster. And we're quickly going back to Burr's perspective of how he's here on the hunt, and he still makes a big mistake actually. Very poor burst, but happy me as I said. So what should Burrs do differently? Well, practice speed entries. Actually, this is a very key part that you should practice speed entry because it's very important. Because like as you can see, this small mistake, he just tiny bit of grass, he just touched the wheel, and it costed him maybe the win. But we can't say for sure who would win actually. And now as you're coming for the finish line to the last lap of the race, so here you want to get as good run out of this corner as you can. The key around Suzuka is that you actually want to prepare the next corner every time that you go through these S's. So it shouldn't be like, here I go completely out to the left, because that should be the ideal line in general. But you want to go to the right because you want to prepare this corner to get as good run out of it as you possibly can. Okay, come onto this easy flat section, absolutely fun. In real life you have a very big G-force right here. Coming into here, a lot of people usually brake where there is the path on the right hand side. I actually brake at the 50 meter board in qualifying. I tend to take this corner much differently than others do. But later on the week I actually found that Lexus was much quicker for me, so I would say Lexus and GTR is the best. If you can drive the NSX, it's very good too. I like it, but it's very easy to lose into the first corner when you throw a brake through it. So as we come in for the final corner in the lap, now right away, and now we are going through the checkered flag, and the race is finished, and we was P1. So I guess then see you next video. If you want to know something, please like and subscribe, guys. See you later. Bye, guys.